Nope, not gonna happen. Nope, forget about it. Nah, not gonna happen. Nope, 2021, I learned my lesson.
Yo, what's going on? This your boy Von T, man. And I want to talk about the most memorable thing that I have learned moving forward out of 2021. What I learned the most, you know what I'm saying, about 2021. I would say for me personally, given the fact that I'm finally retiring out of the military, you know what I'm saying, of 2022 in March, going through this long battle that I went through with the military, I would say that there is light at the end of the tunnel. That's what I learned about 2021, because no matter how long or how bleak the fight may be that you're going through, as long as you can see the results that you're trying to get after, whether that be big or small, then I think that that is the most important thing. And that's what 2021 has taught me, is that even though some days I felt like my fight and my struggle wasn't going places, because I couldn't see the needle move, I know that it's moving. And so with 2021 ended and going into 2022, and me retiring in 2022 and still moving forward with my music career and trying to inspire others to do the same, then I think that that's the biggest lesson that I learned personally. You know what I'm saying? I aspire to inspire before we expire. Straight up.
Hey, this your girl Jay Nance with Ace Entertainment and On My Time Television. And my takeaway from 2021 would have to be work ethic. I'm not trying to brag, but I have one of the best work ethics of anybody I know and most of the people I work with. We all work hard, but some of us work a little bit harder. When you're at home, sleep at night, I'm still up working. So that work ethic is just what it is. And that's how I got to where I am. That's how I got to meet the people I meet. That's how I got to get in the situations I get in with the networks. Work ethic. And you gotta have some talent with that also. Now, taking that work ethic into 2022, work ethic on steroids. That's what it is. You have to have a great work ethic. You got to have some talent. You know, you have to have some talent. Mix that talent with that great work ethic. Maybe you'll bump into some people who might actually be able to help you. You never know. They could be sitting right beside you in red glasses and a red shirt. Work ethic.
Hi, my name is Beatrice Michelle. I am from the Boogie Down Bronx, but I live in the A. And my lesson and most important thing I've learned for 2021 is we can't take time for granted. Too many people have died. Too many people have suffered, and you know, through this whole COVID and quarantine. And I just learned that we cannot take time for granted. Time is everything. So I'm living every day like it's my last. And so that's what my biggest lesson is for 2021.
2021. What are the lessons, or what is something that I learned from 2021? Well, I learned that this has been a season that I don't think my generation has ever seen before. And it stems from, you know, probably even from, you know, the whole pandemic crisis from 2020, but, you know, it lingers over. And I just really feel that there's just a time of such advocated social distancing. And it's unfortunate because even though now a lot of people are starting to kind of conjure together and do their own things, you still have a lot of people out there that are apprehensive and they're fearful because of this pandemic. So with 2021, I can't talk about 2021 without talking about just, you know, this global pandemic and just how we're just in a state where you kind of want to you know, reach out and touch somebody, but it's difficult. I have learned that I guess you never miss the water till the well runs dry, right? And that's just the old saying. Really appreciate the things and the people that you have in your life that you can really truly just jump in the car and just head to their house. Now it's like you can't celebrate, you know, life and living in momentous occasions and baby showers. I mean, just the simple things, family reunions. And I just think about all of those things and how it's kind of topsy-turvy now. And even though we want to do all the Zooms in the world to celebrate others, it's still not like reaching out and really just having that human interaction. So the one thing that I've learned, and I know that we'll get out of this season, but the one thing that I've learned is, you know, when you have the opportunity to go to the event, or you have the opportunity to, you know, to volunteer or to help people, or to, you know, be in the same space as others, and you think against doing it, or it's kind of something that may be in the back of your mind to do. Now it's more so a forethought or a foreaction, which means it sits right here. Like, next time, you know, the coast is clear, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z. I'm gonna be more present. I'm gonna be more grateful, you know, because it's just it could be a time of solitude and loneliness for a lot of people. It could be times where you just really want to be able to celebrate others, or, you know, be able to go do the hobby that you've always wanted to do, but you said no because it's like, who goes fishing? I ain't finna go fishing. I ain't finna go hiking. You know, now with a group of people, I just would take those opportunities and not think that you have so much time in life, because, you know, as we can evidently see, you don't have the time that you think you have. And so that's really what I've learned about 2020, is just to embrace this thing called time, embrace this thing called, just a social benevolence, or just being able to be amongst people and not feel like, oh, I'm too tired, or, oh, you know, I don't like such and such, so I'm not going to do this or that. Throw all of that away if you can. You know, bear down and just do those things that make your soul the happiest. And so those are the things that I have learned. Those are just the takeaways from 2021. Sorry.
Hey, this is Talene, and I am excited to be here today to talk to you about what has 2021 taught me. First of all, I think 2021 has taught me that I am a survivor. I am a survivor, that no matter what's happening in the world, that truly my health, my strength, my wealth, everything comes from God above. And no matter what the situation looked like, I mean, I lost someone very close and near and dear to me this year during the pandemic. And he, lost his life to COVID. My mom had COVID. My son had COVID. And it just really taught me to pray even harder and to be there for those that I love, to check on those that I love. We always are so busy, but we can't be too busy not to check up on each other. So it's brought our family closer together. And that's really, truly what really matters the most, is the love of your family and your friends, and just making sure that no matter what happens in your life or in this world, that you trust God through it all. So that's what 2021 has taught me.
Well, the most thing that 2021 has taught me, it's taught me better business sense. It's taught me how to be more humble. And it's also taught me how to not take things for granted, because anything can be taken away from you quickly. Just like the shows got booked, things can happen where all your shows can be taken away. And I've always learned, and really what it taught me is not to put all your eggs in one basket, meaning that I'm just counting on shows to survive. when I should have had a backup plan, which I did, but it taught me to have a backup plan even more now than before. So 2021 has taught me to make sure I always maintain a backup plan, stay humble, and it also taught me that as long as I kept God first, he always is going to provide for me. So that taught me to trust in God even more during these hard times and the trials dealing with the pandemic. So that's what 2021 has taught me. It's actually been more of a blessing than a curse.
You know, it's really, sometimes I still call it 2020 because I forget.
All of us.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, I can't wait till next year, 2021. And they're like, it is 2021. But you know, it's really taught me to, when all you can do is to stand. And, you know, 2020 shook so many things of even, you know, did I hear from the Lord right? Am I doing what I should be doing? Or, you know, did I miss something? Or like, what's going to happen? And just all of these things that are just swirling around and make you question. But really just to remain and just to stand on what the Lord has said, stand and keep doing what he's called you to do is really, really what has been kind of solidified in me this year.
Yeah,
That's
I think
awesome.
for me, God's been dealing a lot with me, which is vulnerability and just being able to be open with him and with like others with, you know, how I'm feeling, what I'm going through, what I'm experiencing. And so it's been, for someone who has struggled with like perfectionism and always trying to keep everything together, and you know, it's been a process. Yeah, okay, I'm not alone. But it's been a freeing process to realize that it's okay that I don't have everything together, and it's okay to be human, and people do care. They want to hear what I'm going through and my point of view and my experiences and stuff. And so definitely God softening me up to be vulnerable with my loved ones and even just in our ministry and stuff. It's you know, sometimes and as Christians, as people in ministry, we think we have to have this mask on, that we have all the answers and that we have everything together to be a true witness, but that's not true.
Right.
People want to hear the raw and real and the vulnerable parts of our stories. So that's been one of my biggest lessons this year.
What's up, everybody? It is your sis and your friend Crystal Whitaker of the Morning Jam podcast. What has 2021 taught me? Man, where can I begin? 2021 has taught me so much. I think mainly it's time. Time will not stand still for anybody. Also, the lessons that I've learned is growth without rushing. Don't rush the progress of your growth. I have learned to take my time with things and not rush what God has placed upon me to make perfection out of perfection. So when he gives you something, don't rush, because that one for me is just growing personally, mentally, physically. Also accepting help from others, embrace the ups and downs of life, letting go of the long-term projects that have not come to fruition, and just really thinking like, oh, this is just going to come to pass. If I keep working on this, it's going to, especially doing the same thing over and expecting a different result. Also, take my time with big decisions. Like, most of the decisions that I have made, I rushed into them in 2021, and it taught me lessons. It really like, okay, you need to take your time with this. So basically, take your time in things. Gratitude. I'm telling you, gratitude is one of the biggest things, and just really appreciating the people that have come into your life that has and never let go of the ones, especially the ones that are lifting you up, the ones that are standing behind you, pushing you to be better, and especially better as a person. If you're not striving for greatness, at least strive to be better mentally and physically for you personally. Also, double downing on all the good things that have taken place and the good things that will take place in your life. Also, stay connected. Like I said, stay connected to the ones that are in your life to make you better, in your life to put a smile on your face, in your life to make you a better person, a better woman, a better man, a better friend. So especially 2021 definitely have taught me that. Even like with again, of course, we all mentioned the pandemic, of learning what's going on in life, what are we afraid of, what we have faith in, and all of that, and what we will do. So really, really focus on you. If there is not ever was a time, now is the time to really focus on what you want to do, what you want to accomplish. And that is what I have really focused on this year in 2021. But my last thing is saying no. I had a hard time of saying no to a lot of things and people that was happening and coming into my life. I always thought that I should say yes to everything, and it was not a good idea. So basically, 2021 have taught me to learn who Crystal Whitaker is. And it's okay to start all over again. It's okay to start from the beginning. It's okay to really focus on who you are as a person, and that's why I'm saying time, because time will stand still for nobody. But if you give yourself time and refocus and rededicate and reset who you are as a person, that is what I have learned and what I have really strived for in 2021.
Hey, it's the Mako Girls, and we're just going to be mentioning some stuff that 2021 really taught us this year.
Yes.
I would say definitely for me, it's just knowing how to manage my time more effectively, I would say, because every day feels like it drags into the next day and more stuff gets piled on and stuff, and it just becomes very hasty, and then the days feel like they're repeating and stuff. And so to make sure that I manage my time properly and make sure I have stuff one day done and completed, and so that the next day nothing from the previous day drags on into that. Really, that's what I feel like I learned a lot. And then learning about myself as well and what I like in my style as well, because 2020 kind of taught me my style, but 2021 I finally immersed into my own style.
Yes. I guess I'll go next. So my thing that I learned in 2021, I guess is to definitely go for it. I'm an overthinker. I overthink everything. So I finally stepped out of my comfort zone and done things that I've been putting off to the side, starting to learn how to record myself and just play around with it. It looks intimidating, but I had to step and just go ahead and go for it. It may sound awful in the beginning, but that's the process. And then learning how to do my own hair, all of that stuff, I was really proud of being able to learn this year, just going for it. Stop guessing what's gonna happen if this and this. No, just do it. And if it goes good, goes bad, you'll deal with it then. So I learned that. And I know when it comes to Mako Girls, I guess and I said it's time management, because we've gotten a lot of things accomplished this year, and I feel like we always get it done, but getting it faster, being able to get it done quicker is definitely something I know we learned about ourselves within this year. Doing things at home and doing it all by yourself and not being able to go out is definitely about time management, getting content out there. That's all in the same bubble.
Okay, so I would say for me, 2020, 2021.
Yeah, not
2021.
2021. What 2021 has taught me is how can I put it? It's about a lot of self-care. I know back then, a lot, I really wouldn't take care of myself as much. I'll put a lot of things before me. And then now I'm okay, I need to take care of myself. I need to treat myself better, or do a lot of stuff to make me feel happy, or do things that I would like to do. And what else?
What else?
Yeah, what else,
Kina? I learned how to do makeup. So trying new things and being open to either different foods or different things and new habits and stuff.
Yeah,
so
we
did that as well.
Yeah. We definitely learned a lot. I think we applied what we experienced from 2020 and put it into 2021. So we've been real bosses this year for sure.
And then learning about each other.
The sister talks we've gotten a lot closer because of just being at home and growing up, and we're all experiencing different things now. So learning ourselves really, I do feel like has been the biggest thing within this year. We always kind of check each other and check ourselves. And that's been like the process throughout the whole year. But 2022 is coming. Time to put all these plans into action. Yep.
It's your girl DJ Miss Eclectic. How are y'all doing out there? So, most valuable lessons of 2021. First of all, 2021 was an extension of 2020, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that out there. And I think, speaking of lessons, and we're just having this conversation, I have to remember that 2020 was a pandemic, and 2021, with it being an extension, it's also a pandemic year. So it might not be a year where, for me, like all my dreams came into fruition, but I feel like it was a preparation year. And as we always talk about, at the time where you are in your season, that's not the time to prepare. So I think for me, 2021 is a preparation season. And it's also, for me, it was a season where I learned that time is invaluable. I used to really not go home for Thanksgiving. I go home for Christmas, but I wouldn't go home that much. But my dad got really, really sick in 2021. So I went home quite a bit and quite often. And I pretty much really just did a surprise visit and flew in for Thanksgiving, because I realized, I was like, what's a plane ticket cost to time with your family? With it, every time I look on my timeline, somebody has lost a loved one, somebody has lost a friend, somebody's lost someone that's really close to them. And so with this pandemic and everything that's going on, outside of everything that goes on in life normally, it has taught me that time is invaluable. Preparation and just really just aligning the desires of your heart with God's will. It's really been that type of season for me, and I believe in, with that and preparation, that God's going to bring some great things in 2022. I'm believing that for myself, and if you're watching that, I'm believing it for you too. Just get in your word, talk to God, and make sure that you receive what He has given you. Y'all be blessed.